All right, so when you're solving a algebraic expression or simplifying an algebraic expression using order of operations and you have a big fraction bar like this, what you have to do is you have to simplify the numerator, the top of the fraction, and then you simplify the denominator, the bottom of the fraction, and then a fraction bar means divide. So at the very end, you're either going to divide the two numbers or you're going to simplify the fraction. All right, so let's do this first. So out of the video you just watched said we have to do order of operations. So I'm going to solve this top part. So on this top part, I see I have parentheses, so I want to do that first. So it says square root of 400. Well, I know the square root of 400 is 20. All right, and then it also has 4 to the third power. And 4 to the third power is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. All right, so if I'm still working on this top of my fraction here, that means I have to finish this parentheses, right? So 20 plus 80, or 64 will give me 84. All right, and then I still have that 126 and that minus I can bring down, right? So then 126 minus 84 equals 42. 42. All right, so that is the top of my fraction, right? So I'm going to write that over here as a top of my fraction, 42. That's in my numerator. All right, so my next thing is I got to do the denominator, right? So I got to figure out what the bottom of this is, and that's going to be my denominator, and then I can divide the two. So am I going to add first, or am I going to multiply first? Well, gemdas, groupings, exponents, multiply. So I'm going to multiply before I add. So I have to do 4 times 12. Well, 4 times 12 is 48. 48. All right, and then I still have this 6, right? So I'm going to bring down the 6 and bring down the plus. 6 plus 48 is 54. 54. All right, so we have 42 over 54. So if you think back to what we taught you in algebra, this is a fraction, right? And we can simplify it. So how can I simplify this? So what number can divide into both of these? Well, I know, looking at it, I know 42 can be divided by 6, and 54 can be divided by 6. So I think both of these can be divided by 6. To simplify it or reduce my fraction, 42 divided by 6 is 7. 54 divided by 6 is 9. So there's our final answer, 7/9. That's an ugly circle, but there's my answer, 7/9. So now that I found my answer of 7/9, don't forget we can use desmos, right? And we can make this, type it in exactly how it looks. So type to that fraction, I'm gonna hit the little slash button to make my fraction there. My top is 126 minus parentheses square root. All right, square root, you can type in SQRT. There's a square root. And then 400, and I'm gonna hit the right arrow to get out of it. And then plus, and then 4 exponent 3. Hit the right arrow to get out of the exponent, close my parentheses. On the bottom, I have 6 plus 4 times 12. And if you see here, it gives me a decimal of 0.777777, right? So what is that as a fraction? Well, if I hit this little fraction button, that gives me the fraction, and my fraction is 7/9. So we got it correct. All right, so desmos is awesome to use to check your work. And you remember, just type it in exactly how it looks, and it does order of operations very, very, very well. All right.